Okay, hi. So, welcome to the first tour of my Create Above and Beyond world. I don't know, I've been playing this, and I'm not going to be doing a regular, video series on this for a couple reasons. First of all, sometimes you could just make it, not as enjoyable to just play through the mod pack. Not always. Like, the hexbolt series, I really enjoyed recording that, as well as just playing it. But this, I feel like, would just be a lot more fun if I just got to play it and didn't have to wait to edit the videos before I could play more, you know? And it's been really paying off. I've been playing this for a few solid hours today and really enjoying it. But also, I have a studio now where I record out of, for making the Geometry Dash videos, which is awesome. But it also means that me playing this at home, which I'm not going to play this out at the studio because, this is a recreational thing. This is something for fun. This isn't work, really. And I'm just doing this for fun. But yeah, so I'm at home, so my recording setup's not nearly as good. My mic's not very good. You can hear my keyboard very loudly, probably. I'm trying to press the keys a bit more quietly here. So yeah, I thought what I'd do instead, because I do still want to document this on the Tridethbear channel. What I'd do instead is I'd do tours after beating each chapter, or after completing each chapter, not necessarily beating each chapter. So, if we head into the quest book here, you can see that there's an overview, and this has all the different chapters. So here's Andesite Machinery, this is chapter 1 here, and then it goes, and then it goes all the way up in the chapters until you get to space, I guess. So this is where I'm at the moment. I have just completed chapter 1, which we can head over here. Well, not quite completed, I still need to do some rubber bits and pieces, but all of this to automate the kinetic mechanisms I've completed. And yeah, I think after every chapter, so after I finish chapter 2 here, and have the precision mechanisms automated, I'll do another video touring the world again to see how far it's come. Kind of like a series, kind of like a YouTube series, but you don't get to see me doing it as I go along, because it's just a pain to edit. This will probably be a raw recording. But yeah, anyway, starting off the tour, we have my little living quarters here. No roof yet, but that's okay. We've got all of my chests here, where I've got a bunch of items just kind of stored away. Oops, as you can see, buddy cards, amazing. We've got my ore set up here, so something about this mod that's interesting is whenever you smelt, okay, so we've got this crushed iron here, for example, right? If I chuck this in the furnace and then cook this up, I got infinite charcoal, by the way, so it's fine to just use one of them on one item. But if we cook this up here, you'll see that we only get 3 nuggets out of it. So if you want to, and you get 1 crushed iron per iron ore you mine, it drops crushed iron now. So what you want to do instead of chucking it in the furnace, you want an ore 1-to-1 thing. So what I do here is I chuck it in the millstone, which I have a millstone over here that I can just chuck one in. Okay, we do need to actually throw it. So we crush that in the millstone, and that's done now, and then we have 3 iron dusts. And then basically, each of these iron dust is 3 nuggets per thing. But we can't just smelt that in the furnace, otherwise it'll give us, I think, just 1 nugget, yeah. So it's just the same. But if we chuck it in this Tinker's Construct thing, we can chuck those 3 in there, and then that'll cook up. And then let me unflick that. We have 1 molten iron ingot there that we can cast out into the table, and then it gives us an iron, just like that, boom. So I have this set up where we can just chuck that all in there, and then that'll crush down in the millstone, and then automatically go into the melter here, melt up, then go into here, and then come through here. We've also got this for creating blocks, but I, literally just a tiny bit short. I can't remember what's in there, it's zinc or nickel or something, I can't remember. But yeah, so we've got that going there, which is pretty cool. Little food cooking setup, I don't use a huge amount anymore. And just some other miscellaneous chests here. And yeah, so over here we've got my bed with a fox painting there. I thought it looked cool. And then we've got a press, a mixer, and a millstone, which we can use to just make stuff like iron plates. If you watch the hexbolt series, you'll know all about that one. And yeah, there's just the basic create machines right there. If we head out here, you can see the exterior of this building is not nearly done yet. But we can head over here, and we've got this, this is an auto crafting thing. So I've got the logs in here. I can just right-click the plank, and it just creates planks. And you can customize this by going in here and say I want to like make a coal block. Yep, you can do that. Then I can just do that, and then every time I click that, it crafts up a coal block, which I think is pretty cool, or a charcoal block rather. And then we can, oh no, that just, how do I alter that? Oh, I get rid of it, okay. Sure. Then we have nether portal here, nothing too special in the nether, it's just, you know, regular nether stuff. And over here we got all the cogs to make those machines work, that we saw on the inside there, with some water wheels, nothing too special. Let me just go back and sleep real quick before continuing the tour. So yeah, this is like kind of similar to hexbolt, but a lot more automation and a lot like better put together, because I didn't make this mod pack. This is made by, I can't remember who, but another developer. Anyway, we got this elevator, which I'll get to in a little bit. We've got over here some arboreal extractors, which get resin from trees essentially, which we can chuck in here, press them down, and that turns them into rubber essentially. And we get this cured rubber, and then we can make conveyor belts out of it. So yeah, that's what, just got like a small setup for doing that there. Turn it into, like, press it into rubber, smelt it in the furnace, it turns into cured rubber. Pretty cool. Over here we got some very humane animal farms, I promise. And we've got this elevator that comes from down there, which I'll get to in a bit. Over here we have the tree farm, which I've actually turned off for now. I could probably turn it back on just to show you how it works. So it goes around pretty much, automatically places a bunch of saplings, it'll automatically destroy the trees as well, and then it'll connect here and then send all the items through onto this conveyor belt, as you can see. And so that will go through and into where these logs are, which we've got like tons of stacks of wood. We got a bunch of sticks there, a bunch of saplings there, a bunch of apples there, and a bunch more logs there. I don't know. That's why I kind of stopped running this thing, because we got a bit of a pipe, a bit of a backup of items there. That's alright. Let's chuck all of that away. And over here we've got the first, this is pretty much the entirety of chapter 1 automated over here. So we start off, I'll start off here, where we've got these, what are they called? Strainers. So we've got these strainers here, and they essentially create sand and clay. So they'll slowly create clay over time. There is some water in the top. I think you're meant to have them in like rivers, but you can just do that, so I ended up just doing that. But then that comes through along this conveyor belt. They get washed by this fan, and what that does, as you can see, sometimes makes them disappear, but sometimes, hopefully this one doesn't, they turn into clay. There we go, amazing. So that turns into clay, that'll go into this chest, and then out onto this conveyor belt here, where it goes along into this mixer, right, like so. And essentially, is that working properly? Is that, yeah, that is outputting, okay. Interesting, it's just got some in there. But yeah, and there's also kelp coming from here, over at this, if I can get through, oh my, okay. At this kelp farm over here. I actually initially set up like a bunch of water streams up the top, like, you know, normal Minecraft stuff, where it all funneled out into there, and then realized, oh wait, the mechanical harvesters, I can literally just use those, and then have them chests, and then have, same thing we have at the tree farm, where it just outputs the kelp into there, and then it goes up and along this conveyor belt into this mixer, where it automatically mixes up, just like so, and then it'll turn into this, whatever it's called, algal blend right here. So this stuff is pretty cool, because essentially, we can turn it into bricks. I don't know why I said it was pretty cool, it's actually not that exciting, but still. If I can get a better vantage point here, I'm just going to place the log down, you can see these come along the conveyor belt, they get cooked by this lava with this fan, and they turn into these, which are algal bricks. Now these bricks go up the conveyor belt here, and into this mixer, where they mix with andesite, or andesite cobblestone here, which comes from that elevator that I talked about earlier. So this conveyor belt comes up from there, and I may as well show you that, but yeah, you can see the andesite is going along here. If we head, ready, oh, professional, okay. If we head just down here, this is an elevator down to bedrock, where we have a couple water wheels right there. But then it also, we have this little cobblestone generator here, which, this doesn't seem to be working. This seems to be not working very well at all. It works sometimes, Right, that's interesting. I might have to fix that. Anyway, we've essentially got a cobblestone generator generating onto bedrock, which in this pack, essentially what that does is it creates either gabbro cobblestone, granite cobblestone, as you can see there, diorite cobblestone, or andesite cobblestone. And the andesite cobblestone is what we're interested in, but, you know, there's no way to, like, automatically make it so it makes sure that andesite cobblestone is always there. But yeah, we have this drill here, this mechanical drill that breaks the block. And then we have this fan to push it across, because trying to, like, get it out of there otherwise, you can't chuck a hopper down there, you can't put a conveyor belt there, just because the bedrock is there. So, yeah, we kind of just have to use a fan to blow it across onto this conveyor belt, and then that goes up into a little bubble water elevator thingo here, which transports the items back up to the surface. So because bedrock is only found at the bottom of the world, obviously, we have to... we have to generate it down there and then transport the items all the way up to the surface in order to use the cobblestone. So this is where that elevator comes out here. You can see the cobblestones flowing up. And we've got, under the ground here, we've got some conveyor belts, as you can see. You can just see it kind of going across there. It goes over here past the tree farm. It actually uses the rotation from the tree farm. You can see the conveyor belt there. And then it comes up this conveyor belt up here and into these funnels here. Which is that? Yep. Which filters them out for, like, you know, granite. We got the granite we got the diorite, we got the gabbro, and we have the andesite right here. It goes through there into the mixer, where it mixes into, if we take a look, okay, it's not there. It'll mix again soon, surely. Or I can probably just grab it from there. Did I get any? No. Okay, well, anyway, trust me, it mixes into andesite alloy up here, which does go into this drawer. You can see here it is, andesite alloy, boom. One of the most useful things for the create mod. Very, very cool stuff. But yeah, that comes out of here, up that conveyor belt, and into the top here, where it goes into the back of, oh man, I'm sticking to these conveyor belts, goes into the back of these funnels here, which connect into deployers. If I head over here, they connect into deployers here, where they essentially place the andesite alloy on these wooden slabs. And where these wooden slabs come from, it's a bit of a spaghetti wiring here. But they come from here, these mechanical saws. They cut it from wood to stripped wood to planks to slabs, just like so. And that comes straight from the wood farm over there. So this is all fully automated stuff. I don't have to come in here and do anything. Okay, well, there is one small thing I have to do, and that is the stone saws. So this is the last step. Hopefully we'll see it soon. Yep, some more andesite alloys are coming in, so hopefully we'll see. Yep, that puts it on there, and then it saws them as the final step. So it places the andesite on it twice, and then it saws them, and then they go into this drawer. And as you can see, we have quite a few of these at the moment, and they're being fully automatically created by this factory here. Now, most of the rotation, we've got a couple water wheels down the bottom, but most of the, like, rotational force, because, you know, it doesn't come from thin air, we need to create the force from somewhere. We have this windmill here, which, you know, generates from the wind, I guess. I don't know, I think it just kind of does it. I don't think it's, like, super realistic where you need wind or whatever. This also might be going the wrong way. I think it is. I thought it would rotate the other way, but it didn't. But yeah, oh well. But yeah, that is essentially the area for automating the tier 1 kinetic mechanisms here for the whole of chapter 1. And you can kind of see that in the form here. So, like, with the logs coming in, they turned into stripped logs, then planks, then slabs. And then we also have, like, the generator down below the elevator. You know, you can kind of see how it all fits into here, right? And yeah, so that's pretty much everything, I think. If we head over here, we've got a little wheat farm here, which I've essentially just been using as a food source. You can see I have a stack of bread in my inventory. We can use it to breed the cows and stuff, or we can just turn it into bread. It's just a bit easier to turn into bread, even though it's not as good of a food source, but I don't know, we'll see later down the line. But yeah, I think that should essentially be everything, other than, like, the caves I've been mining in and stuff, but I'm not going to bother showing those, obviously. But, yeah, I think that's essentially pretty much it in this world at the moment. And, yeah, that concludes the first tour of this world. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably do a few more of these as I go through the chapters. I don't know how many chapters there are. I mean, probably like 2. Well, okay, it says milestone, and then chapter 2, and then milestone. Oh, okay, I see. Chapter 4, then yeah, the finale, chapter 5. Okay, so it goes up to 5 chapters. So I guess there'll probably be 5 videos in this series. I'm not sure. We'll see. I might not finish this mod pack, but I kind of want to. I'm having a lot of fun with it at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you later.